Welcome back. All Star Entertainment and GrandWest presents Cape Town's first contemporary pantomime. The familiar childhood tale of Cinderella is given a modern-day twist in Cinderella and FrikaDella. As social media takes over their world, the ruthless mother and talent agent Patricia D manages her social media influencer daughters Frika and Della with very limited talent. The really talented unseen stepdaughter Cinderella is ignored, treated badly and suppressed. But a massive talent competition arises. For more on the production, we chat to producer Imo Adams. Imo, very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me for today.
Cinderella and FrikaDella has been given a modern twist to it. Please tell us a bit more on this production.
As you know, the year we've had so far for 2020, and the moment the restrictions was lifted a bit, we wanted to get back into theatre again and just let people laugh and touch on things that has happened in this year. As you know, we've gone through a very difficult year. But we chose Cinderella and FrikaDella because I think that stories still live within us. The good trumps evil, that good can prevail at the end of the day, but obviously with a comedy Cape Flats twist. I've always found that after a president address, there's always memes going out with Cape Town humor on it, and we thought it would be interesting to see how that Cape Town humor would apply to a Cinderella pantomime.
And how did the idea come about? And was it perhaps challenging having to twist the people's favorite fairy tale story to how we are living in modern day South Africa?
I wouldn't say it was challenging. In fact, it's more relevant now than anything, because the underlying story of Cinderella, as people would know it, is still there. The only thing we did was just change the face, bringing issues like COVID in, bringing issues like everyone is on their phones these days, you know, sending messages in the wrong WhatsApp group and making fun of those type of connotations. And as you know, usually with pantomime, it does touch on innuendos of that. So it can be enjoyed by kids and a family as well.
Mm-hmm. And what was the hardest artistic choice that you made in the making of this play at any stage in the production?
I think usually pantomimes is known for being very, very big productions, big changes, big costumes. So I think the most difficult challenge was, how do you condense an entity that's usually presented big, small, so that you keep the cast safe, that you make sure that the audience that attend the show is safe. And I think those were the challenges with the rules and the regulations of COVID that was implemented. How do you navigate that you get the people there safely as well as the cast?
And take us through the preparation process, from the costumes, from the stage design to the special effects, if any were used. How did that go?
Oh, it was actually a very, very lekker Joel, because we decided to just keep everything simple. As I said, everything is done via phone. So when the Cinderella audition, it's over a phone. So the props and all of these things that you would usually need for a panto was all small devices. But because we had to keep small, my director, Alistair Isabel, he directed it. And then me, even being the producer, I was the one knocking sets together. I brought my wife on to do costume for me. So we kept it as small as we possibly could, because once again, you wanted to be safe, and with the COVID knocks financially that everyone took, you want to kind of as small as possible, but at the same time giving people a lekker laugh.
Oh, that is so cool, man. And just how different were what you had originally envisioned the production being like and how it eventually turned out?
I have to give credit to Alistair Isabel, because for me, the Cinderella story is synonymous and everyone knows it. But when he came to me and said, okay, if I do this for you and direct it for you, what if we take a modern day twist so that it's more relatable to people? You know, sometimes, as you well know with news, the first thing people do is in the morning pick up their phone and they want to see what's going on in the world. And so when he presented this, also with the new reality shows of people auditioning via phone and all of that, I found that was all relevant, with influencers being there and what they say have consequences. I felt that was relevant. And so we literally use any and everything that has been in the news for the past 6 months and put it in the show. And it works because it's relatable to the people.
And it's showing in Cape Town only. Will it make its way to the other parts of the country?
We, oh my goodness, we have been asked about this, but I think this is all a COVID restriction question.
Okay.
Johannesburg is synonymous for doing pantos. This is Cape Town's first panto, so this was kind of our trial run, but successfully so, because it's a 4-week run and 70% of the show is already sold out. So we've been very, very blessed in that regard. And who knows, if restrictions gets lifted, maybe we'll visit people in Eastern Cape.
That would be great. That would be great, Imo. That would be fabulous. Thank you so much for your time, and all the best in organizing it.
Thank you very much.
All right, good stuff. Cinderella and FrikaDella is currently showing, and it'll run through to the 17th of December, Mondays to Saturdays, with a matinee show on Sundays. And we just spoke to the producer, Imo Adams.